Hi, I am very happy to be sharing this review with you from Someone to Hold by Mary Balogh. This is the second book in the Westcott series by her. The first one was Someone to Love, and here is the second one. As always, I will start off with the synopsis. Humphrey Westcott, Earl of Riverdale, has died, leaving behind a fortune and a scandalous secret that will forever alter the lives of his family, sending one daughter on a journey of self-discovery. With her parents' marriage declared bigamous, Camille Westcott is now illegitimate and without a title. Looking to eschew the trappings of her old life, she leaves London to teach at the Bath orphanage where her newly discovered half-sister lived. But even as she settles in, she must sit for a portrait commissioned by her grandmother and endure an artist who riles her every nerve. An art teacher at the orphanage that was once his home, Joel Cunningham has been hired to paint the portrait of the haughty new teacher. But as Camille poses for Joel, their mutual contempt soon turns to desire, and it is only the bond between them that will allow them to weather the rough storm that lies ahead. Now, if you read the first book in this series by Mary Balogh, it's Someone to Love. Here we learned a little bit about Camille, or Camille Westcott. And as the blurb says, she's a half-sister to Anna Snow. Anna Snow ended up being the legitimate daughter to the Earl of Riverdale. His name was Humphrey Westcott. When he died, it was discovered that his three children that he had from one of his marriages, which obviously was not a legal marriage and only discovered at this point, those three children became illegitimate children and they were displaced of their home, their wealth, their entire lives. One of those children or adult children is Camille. Now, when we met Camille in Someone to Love, we discovered that she's pretty much a very unlikable person. She despises her half-sister Anna Snow. She even blames Anna for losing all that she had. But now she has to work for a living. So what she does is she takes on a temporary job at an orphanage. This is the very same orphanage where Anna Snow was raised. So that's kind of interesting that she ended up working at the orphanage. Now, she meets Joel Cunningham. We also met Joel in Someone to Love. He was Anna Smith's best friend. Or excuse me, Anna Snow's best friend. They wrote letters to one another and they were very close. Joel had strong feelings for Anna. However, she didn't return those feelings and she happily married Avery Archer, who was the Duke of Netherby. Now, Joel is an accomplished artist and he's trying to move on with his life, accepting the fact that Anna is now happily married. And he truly cares for her, so he's very happy that she's now married. He meets Camille and her sister because he's been commissioned to do their portraits. Right away, he does not like Camille. She's snobby, she's haughty, she has her chin up in the air, and she doesn't appeal to him at all. But Joe takes on a very interesting approach to his commissions. He likes to study his subjects. He likes to learn the nuances in their personality, and that helps him to produce amazing portraits. As he starts to observe Camille, he does sense a true beauty in her. However, he does have to stop comparing her to Anna. She's nothing like her, and it takes Joel a bit to see Camille as an individual, someone completely unlike Anna, and actually someone that he may eventually care for. Now, as mentioned, Camille didn't like Anna when she first met her, and in this story, we learn how she's beginning to accept Anna. Now, the question is, to me, is will Camille and Anna ever come around to being friends? That's a question that I had while reading the story. Meanwhile, we learn about how Joel and Camille start to spend time together. They had a very bumpy ride. It was not a smooth romance by any means whatsoever. Now, I will mention that something that's kind of a spoiler, but it was something that really pleased me, and it also helped me to see the advancement that Camille made in her personality, and that is how she was with young children. She had a very, very fine touch with them, and it went a long way into creating a wonderful character who readers like me were able to change their viewpoint on. Now, Joel, of course, had a sincere love for children, and as a matter of fact, although he made a lot of money doing his portraits, he still taught at the orphanage part time. Now, we got to know these two on several levels. It's a very easy to read book. It's I was able to read it in just a few sittings. It didn't take me long to read the book at all. I love the title, by the way, Someone to Hold. There's certain scenes in this book that make that phrase fit so well. Now, I said that very deliberately because I really like the way that this title affects or how the story connects to the actual title itself. Now, as mentioned, this is part of a series. This is Westcott series number 2, and there are 3 books to follow, and I'll list those books. As I've already said several times, the first one is Someone to Love, which came out in 2016. After that, after this one, Someone to Hold, there's Someone to Wed, Someone to Care, and Someone to Trust. The first 4 are easily accessible anywhere at your library, bookstores, Amazon, Audible. Someone to Trust, however, does not come out until the end of November. Now, I'll be reading Someone to Care in the next day or so, and then I'll quickly follow with Someone to Trust. I won't post my review for Someone to Trust for a few weeks because I want the review, whether it's on my blog or here on YouTube, to closely coincide with the date of release, but I will be reading the entire series. And the last thing I want to say about it is the Westcott family is a pretty cool family. Let's use that slang. I didn't mean to use that, but the Westcott family is a very nice family. I enjoy reading them, and that is why I like series. I could have just grabbed Someone to Trust, which by the way I got from First to Read, and just read that and picked up the different aspects of how the family came together. But by reading the entire series, I get to have a connection with each character, with their situations and their future families and things of that nature, and I rather enjoyed it. So you definitely could read this book as a standalone, but if you like me and you enjoy series, then you may want to read uh, it from the beginning. By the way, this is a Berkeley publication. I got it from my library, and I read it on my Amazon Kindle. All right, that's it. That is Someone to Hold by Mary Balogh. I hope you enjoy the review, but I'd much rather you enjoy the book. All right, that's it. Bye.